It's a beautiful day today, and as much as I wanted to hang out here, I gotta head down south. So I'm super excited for a concert that I'm gonna see down in Seattle. I'm gonna go solo this time, so I'm gonna take you with me. We're gonna see Little Brother, but along the way we'll see, we're gonna grab some cheap eats, maybe go on a little bike ride. But yeah, let's go spend the day in Seattle. So as we're driving towards the border, I start reminiscing about Little Brother. So this is a rapper duo from North Carolina. That's all I'll say about them, but what's important is that I still remember 20 years ago hearing them for the first time in my car like this, hitting the wheel just because of how good it was. And yeah, it's been really good after this. Really good, relatable music. So it's definitely in my top 3 easily, so you know I had to make the trip. So relatively easy trip to the border. Here I am at the Peace Arch, and maybe 20 minutes later, here I am right at the borderline. Well, another successful border crossing. You know, they asked the questions I thought they would ask. Where am I going? How long am I staying for? What am I doing? As soon as I told them I was going to the concert, they're like, oh yeah, a few people coming through for concerts. Who is it? I'm like, oh, it's Little Brother. And you know, they have a pretty small following, so I wasn't expecting them to know, you know, they're not a Kendrick Lamar or something like that. And then you saw my bike in the back here. I'm bringing the Haro, the BMX. And as soon as they saw that, they started giving me tips on where to go in Fremont. So yeah, pretty pleasant. You know, there's a lot to be said with the land border crossing between the US and Canada. I think, you know, as long as you don't got anything nefarious going on and you're just honest, they can feel that, right? So yeah, it's kind of a low stress thing for me. Another successful crossing. Looking at the time, it's been about an hour since I left my place, so we're doing all right. So yeah, next time we hang, I'll be grabbing a bite somewhere, so see you in a bit. So heading through to Bellingham area, and eventually I'm making my way to Mi Rancho Bakery and Butcher Shop, Meat Shop I believe. So this place I've never been to before. I had really great reviews online, especially if you want to save a bit of money. Famous for their $1 tacos, which I definitely indulged in. As soon as I walked in, really liked the ambiance, super colorful. There's only a few people around, so I really got to settle in and take in the environment. Everyone working there was super nice. Here is the legendary menu. You see the carnitas there for $1, and the rest of the tacos. So I got a few of those, got the chips. And here is what it looked like. I got some birria tacos as well. And this is, oh, actually this is my favorite type of taco, lengua. And since I got on that a couple years ago, whenever it's on the menu, I gotta get that. Okay, so start off with my appetite. A sip of this Modelo. And get into that first one. Solid. Really hit the spot. Something that I was looking forward to, you know, just dipping into there, and you know, nothing complicated. Good, fresh ingredients, simple, and I think the quality of the meat is there because they just next door is the butcher. So Mi Rancho, excellent. Now as soon as I pull out of that place,
at the traffic circle,
yeah, using my GPS, I ran into this food truck which I just didn't have enough time for, and it's a Filipino food truck, so I'm gonna have to hit that up. So a couple hours later, we find ourselves in the Fremont neighborhood in Seattle. Interesting crosswalk. Run into this guy. He gotta get going, and this is what drew me in. Look at this hand, the hidden hand. And right across from here is the Hotel Hostel, which will be our temporary home for the concert. As soon as I walk in, the creaky wood, that old wood smell, which I just love, reminds me of my childhood growing up with my grandparents. Their place kind of smelled like this. And as I walk up, no one around, but really nice ambiance, you know, clean, good wood. You can tell it's an older building, and a lot of these type of buildings, they get renovated to be boutique hotels or nicer hostels like this one. And here we are in room 19. As soon as I come in, it's pretty nice and cozy. Got 2 twin beds. Just need one of them for myself. Like the feel in here. Thank goodness the air conditioner is going. Got that seat, the sink sticking out. Now originally I was gonna go out and hang out some more, but I was just so tired from the trip that I just ended up chilling, turned on these mood lights let's call them, and just turned on some Alan Watts and relaxed to it. Didn't actually fall asleep, but really felt recharged afterwards. So a few moments later, know that we gotta head out, and I know being me, I didn't know how long it was gonna last, so I definitely needed some caffeine. So I know that I could probably just walk to one here, so I'll do something I don't normally do. Just walk out, find a coffee shop, no research whatsoever. And as I walk a couple blocks down, or not even a couple, one block down, I get into this cool intersection. And as I pan over to the left, I see this huge statue of Lenin, Big Red himself. So I'll come back to that later, but yeah, there's a lot of cool artwork around here. Including this thing that I couldn't really see clearly with my eyes, but I saw it on camera. And this is what it looks like, and this is where I noticed that there's a place with a big coffee sign that I'm gonna walk towards. And in the meantime, you're gonna see in this middle, you see all these signs pointing you in different directions, Seattle neighborhoods. Little known fact, this place is called the Center of the Universe. Don't know why, but that's quite the title. But anyways, here I'm in the coffee shop, I get my Americano, and I'm good to go. So a few moments later, I find myself at Neumos, and I come in and everything is smooth, and you know, just to hang out a bit, I come out here, I'm already checked in, you know, I got my stamp, and then a few moments later, as I'm thinking about them, this black truck shows up. Little brother is there, Big Pooh, rapper Big Pooh, Fonte himself. They walk by, and I didn't have anything cool to say. I just said, I'm looking forward to this, and I get the head nod, and then I spend the next 30 minutes ruminating what I could have said. But in the end, I had my moment. I had to get over it. You know, I'll cherish that head nod forever. And but anyways, we're in.
I'ma kill shit, I'ma be a solid monster. The real shit that happen like the T.O. Salamanca. Bogart your whole shit like we in Casablanca. In the good times, they be quick to fall through. Seattle, make some motherfucking noise! Awesome racing, got my steam outside, and they all be waiting, but you don't want the altercation. No telling what I'ma say to you. If we in the city, act down. Probably still like that in a day or two. Every time me and Pooh step on stage, whole start climbing, like we met in the day. You don't know my life, you don't know everything I go through to right. You don't know my plight, you don't know my fight. And still, motherfuckers trying to steal my life. That's right, I'm right.
So in love with you, whatever you wanna do, come on y'all, is alright with me.
That's everything I scribe about, no doubt it's my life and dedicated to this right and sacrificing everything for it, wasting time I can't afford. So if it ain't you, then you know I'm cooped up to record. I scoop you up in my board sight, you know I gotta be so that I'm still paying for, still gotta be so. But it don't matter cause that ain't my aim to get you. I got pain, but you know that just ain't the issue. Because you looking like a woman of virtue, so well rounded, no wonder you in my circle. And normally you probably wouldn't give me the time of day. Take out mine, but no, we ain't got time to wait. Sing it out.
If love is not enough,
Come on.
so we don't have to rush.
Come on. Y'all been rocking with us since 2003. Put your hands in the air. Yo, so relax yourself. Let your body be free. Let it tune to the sound of the element. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. Inhale. Relax yourself. Let your body be free. Let it tune to the sound.
and pouring. Till I was the horse the next morning. And you feeling that it brings about. But see niggas value your words. You ain't even gotta sing aloud. All stage feeling is squat and the equivalent of 10 adrenaline shot.
What a memorable night. Meeting fans like that, picking up some cool merch, just vibing with the fans, and most of all seeing that live music. But at the end of the night, I still had some energy in me. It was probably that Americano, and I knew that it was time to head out through this hallway again and go out for a little bike ride. Now, I was a little bit hungry, so I thought, okay, there's a lot of late night places. I'm gonna go to this place about 18 minutes away. Yeah, I didn't realize that it's a lot of uphill. As you can see from these clips, you can't really tell. It's fairly casual, but trust me, by the time I got there, buckets of sweat. So eventually we make it to the Seattle Dumpling House. Really cool ambiance. It's outside of a club that was playing some live music, so that was blaring, and you'll get a sense of that later. But put in my order, found a really cool seat next by, and this is me right here. Yeah, sorry, so tiring. That was a mistake, but I had to get it done. So here it is, Seattle Dumpling House. With that live band in the background. It's a great way to recharge as I dread that trip back to the hotel, to the hostel. This coconut water hits so hard. Yeah, immediate refreshment. And then finally, my bow came out. See the herbs, see that pickled onions, the cilantro, and we got the roast pork in there. So this is a bite, a meal that I definitely thought I earned. Not often that I go up these hills, and gave me the inspiration to head back, take in the neighborhood. I think this is officially the Wallingford neighborhood that I was in, but I had to make my way back to Fremont. And luckily, at this time of night, wasn't really too much going on in terms of cars, so I could roll through in the middle of the streets. One of my favorite things to do when it's safe on the BMX. And then in the morning, of course, I had to hit up that Lenin statue, and luckily there was this information stand next to it. And it looks like it's actually for sale, so if anyone out there has got 250,000 bones, buy this Vladimir, and then they'll replace it with John Lennon, who I think they really want a statue of. But until then, you have this mighty statue here in the middle of Fremont neighborhood. 150K, it's yours. So I'll make my way back to the coffee shop. Luckily, the barista here was the same one from last night, so I could reflect with them about the concert and conversation in general about Vancouver. This time I got the espresso tonic. So good. And this morning I just wanted to hit up the Fremont Troll, which is a must-do in this neighborhood. So here's Fremont, and last night I was biking through and passed by these creepy statues, but just a little less creepy in the daytime with the sun coming through. Look at these faces. Madness. So here we are at Troll Ave. It's under this bridge, and across the street there's a piece of the Berlin Wall, which is really neat. Little placard here showing Seattle's part in that. So here we are at Troll Ave, and our main event is right at the top here, just underneath the bridge, the Fremont Troll himself. So just like everything else here, there's some really useful information nearby. There's a whole lore behind the troll, and this is where I learned, oh, I can make a wish and start rotating, turning to the right for something that I want to happen, and I can turn to the left for something I don't want to happen, or to remove something. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do this right. As you'll see later on, my wish is not going to come true. Did this totally wrong. I just thought you just turn to the right and turn to the left. You're supposed to keep rotating, of course. It's more magical that way, but no. So here I am, stand. Now after taking a moment, sitting beside the Fremont Troll, just over to my left, there's this thing called the Trolls Knoll Park. I walk through there and I'm presented with this turtle crossing sign. There's no turtles up in here, but to my surprise, just around the corner, for this guy. There is a turtle here. Watch for the turtle crossing. And probably my favorite part of the Trolls Knoll Park is this seat, just under a tree, overlooking the bridge. Laying back, relaxing, enjoying the air, reminiscing about the concert. There's another look at the cathedral-esque underside of that bridge. And with that, I'll say farewell to Fremont. Thanks for coming along with me. See you on the next adventure.